In this video, I'm going to be building a bowling alley in Bloxburg, but before we begin, if you could help me get to 54,000 subscribers, I would really appreciate it. Anyways, enjoy the video. Alrighty guys, it is time to start work on this bowling alley here. I'm very excited for this, so let's get to work. So obviously we want to have our nice entryway, and then I'm just going to extend this wall a bit over here. Then I can just continue this wall, probably, I don't know, about over there. We'll leave that like that for now. And yeah, I think I like this type of layout here. I feel like this, what is going on in front of my plot? Okay. All right, so now we definitely need some doors because I'd like people to be able to get in this fine establishment. So I'm going to rotate our doors and just place them probably right about here. I think that's fine. Alrighty guys, so this is going to be kind of our window placement. I'm going to use a nice beam in the middle here. This will kind of help disguise this like obvious crack we have, the little flaw in our system. And then we're just going to use brick as a wall trim because wall trims are very, very nice. Yeah, I think we're killing it so far. Now I'd like to get a sidewalk because sidewalks are also pretty important. And see, I kind of like this little design here where you get the little cracks in the middle. I'm a big fan of this tactic. And so now I'd like to get some bigger ones though, where we can incorporate just larger squares. This is a very common sidewalk design at bowling alleys, and I'm never really sure why, because you'd think like all the bumps and stuff like this wouldn't be good for your bowling ball bag, I should say. But oh well, they decided to do it anyways. Now I'm just gonna continue the sidewalk design all the way down here. And there we go. I did this cool little design right here. Doesn't go inside. We're all good. People are gonna be so confused though. They're gonna be like, Capto, what in the world are you making? Until they see this video. Then they will understand. But for now, they're not gonna have a clue. And so this entire kind of back wall right here is this brick. And there's 3 entrances to this bowling alley. And so this area has the 3rd. And then to fill in this siding area, I'm gonna use a type of just gravel really. So yeah, something like this. And so something that is very common here. And so something that is huge in the design process at this bowling alley is their pillar designs. So what I'm going to be using is these modern reveal pillars. And so basically with these pillars, I can just place them like this. And what do you know? Looks pretty cool. This is just, yeah, common design here in the building. Then by using this door, I can really have a nice area right here. Took me a bit to say that, but there we go. All right, so there we go. Look at this, guys. Got a bit of a cool pillar design going. I promise this will all make sense here soon, but for now, this looks cool. Now I'd like to do the complicated process of this roofing part here above the walkways. That way this will make a little bit more sense to you guys. Although I know this is gonna be pretty troubling, so stay with me here. So basically there's this lowered roof, which makes things a little bit challenging for me. It's just very difficult to get the proportions of this correct, so that's what makes this extremely tough, but hopefully this won't take too long. And the problem is I can't make these all clonable because they might leak into our interior, which is definitely what we do not want to happen. All right, so as you guys can see, I kind of lowered this roof here and it definitely kind of overhangs a bit, which I think is cool. I like the way that turned out. Then there's kind of a big area up here, which is where the logo is. I guess that's kind of how to describe it, where the main roof is. But that's just sort of a visual overhang, which is a important detail. So it's good we got that. And so right here, I'm going to do our logo now. This is kind of the same pattern as our pillars. So if you're wondering how do you do that? Well, let me show you. So what I'm going to kind of do here is just do some tiny detailing. And then basically I can overlay this right here and just lower it down like that. Then I just click on this right here. And then as you guys can see, I can clone that up as high as I want. So in this case, I want to have 5 of them. And then we're going to place these 5 probably we'll place them until like right there. And then for the rest of this way, we will only have 3. So as you guys can see, we have a pretty cool looking like roof pattern. And then right here is just a massive blue pillar. This is where they hold the actual logo at. There's just a big text here that says Woodland on it, so we can get decals in later that say that. I actually really like this ceramic tiling. I wish they added that as a normal texture. And then basically right here is kind of where they describe what's in the alley. So I'm gonna just put a section here for text that we can obviously get on later with decals. Yeah, I like this area right here. It's turned out pretty cool. And then over here we have another similar design. By similar, I mean it's the exact same thing. So we're gonna quickly place this and then quickly place these here. This is very expensive, as you guys can see, so please bear with me. Right underneath here though, you just got some brick along with one basic shape right here that we're gonna place to add some more bricks. And there we go. So now I'm gonna do the overhang detailing over here. For this exterior, a lot of that's really just copy and pasted. I've got to be completely honest with you guys, so bear with me as I finish this up. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this section. we'll touch this up later. I need to go to the other side really fast. And this other side includes more of these pillars. So let's quickly get some over here. All right, there we go. Now I have to go get my tiling again. This entrance is a little bit more basic, but that's okay. There we go, guys. This is our secondary entrance point. Very good. We're almost done with this, I feel. The paneling, at least. So that's a nice positive. That's a very nice positive. Alrighty, guys. So this front side is looking very good so far. Although I feel like people who are trying to guess what this build is are going to get it once I finish this detail in this corner. Here at Royal Pin Woodland, they do have just a massive bowling pin outside. I'm going to disguise the bowling pin for now. I'm going to hide it down here so they can't see it. And then I'm just going to surprise them here soon. So now it is time for the massive bowling pin. All right, I was hiding it from them while I was making it. Now here we go. Oh shoot, that looks terrible. Is no one seeing the large bowling pin? Yeah, I think they figured it out. Goodness me, guys, this is like so cool though. I think this exterior is turning out pretty good. We will obviously see how the interior turns out, but so far with this exterior, I think this is great. There's like neon lighting that we have to do here along the tiles and all this right here. So we'll have some LED lights here soon, along with some security cameras. Otherwise, though, it's pretty good. All right, so we're gonna place these LED lights. Again, I'm not sure why they're here IRL, but since they are, I'm gonna be adding them to my build. All right, so now they're turned off, so I can flick them on and like actually make them work at any time. But for now, they should just be off. Yep, that's good. And actually, I did realize that this doesn't go anywhere. Okay. So let me just continue placing all of these lights. I have a feeling eventually all of my LEDs will play off. And so they do these like little, like, I don't know, neon weird thing design here. So again, don't question why I'm doing this. It's just because it's their IRL and I want to make this as realistic as possible. Yeah, so I don't know, something like that. And then over here, this one over here I actually like a little bit more. It does like this, like, I don't know, it kind of like fades away. Obviously this is a very retro bowling alley, so I actually don't think I need to be telling you guys that. I think it's pretty obvious that this is retro, but in case you didn't catch on, yes, very retro. I actually bowled at one of the Royal Pin series of bowling alleys there in Indianapolis. These alleys are actually like huge, like they have 80 lanes, so that's, you know, pretty insane, guys. Although I am gonna have to get to sleep here soon because I'd like to be able to get some good rest before my actual bowling tournament tomorrow. Unfortunately, guys, Bloxburg does not help me prepare for my bowling tournaments. Sleep does, though, so yeah. I'm gonna add in our security cameras now. We're just gonna get some nice, like, bright security cameras. All right, now let me just finish up our LED lights on this side, then I will be all good to go. Guys, you guys have no clue how, like, kind of excited I am about this build. It's very rare for your boy to get this hyped up about builds because, you know, I'm passionate about this build. It's a sport I love, and I can actually make it here in Bloxburg, and yeah, it makes me happy. So, all right. There we go, guys. We finished all of my LED lighting. Oh man, everybody left my plot. Guess they didn't want to watch. It's fine, it's fine. Either way though, I am absolutely loving this building. Like, actually, this is pretty sick. I think we've done a pretty good job so far. And then along the side, we obviously have a side entrance. This may be where you see some bowlers actually like come on in. Those who are like actually professionally bowling on tour, they may enter through this side entrance. That's just kind of how it goes. Usually double barrier. That's normally where your check-ins are and all that. And then we're gonna just estimate for now. I'm not sure how big the bowling alley actually is going to be, although we can just bring it back like this far. You know, I have no clue how much of the space will actually get used, but yeah, you know, might as well just figure it out. All right, so as you guys can see, we have a lot of space now. Now I feel like it would be best if I did my decals. Guys, I actually got the Woodland text here. Oh my gosh, let's go. This is like the logo of the bowling alley. This is so sick. I can't believe I got that. Alrighty, guys, you guys have no clue how long this just took me, but I actually just got this done here, and I think this looks sick. Like, oh my days. I think this is fantastic. Now I want to do the words over here. Alrighty, guys, my work at this entrance is done as well. Oh my days. Alright guys, there is a tiny underline design that I couldn't get on the decal, but I did those out of structurals, and I think this looks sick. Like, what? How did I just do that? Alrighty guys, it is time to get a layout inside of our bowling alley here, because I would just absolutely like to, you know, figure this out. So, in real life, this bowling alley has quite a lot, and I feel like the most important thing obviously would be to get a ceiling down, but first, let's try and figure out where we want like a stopping point to be for our lanes. So I was thinking if we normalized maybe having a stopping point like about right here. That way you have more than enough room whenever you walk in. And then I want this side to be more of our arcade side, whereas this side's more of our dining side. So this will have a restaurant, our bar. What in the world is this? And then obviously, you know, you have your main counter right here too. So I feel like it would be good to get a ceiling dispersion. So if you're wondering, hey, well, what do you mean by that, Capto? Well, basically, we're going to be using different types of ceiling tiles all along this build. So I think this area would be good to have white ceiling tiles, and then beyond it would be nice to have black ceiling tiles until like right here. And then here would be our lanes, obviously. So maybe they don't go as far back as I was thinking, but oh well, we'll figure that out later. But for now, I want to find a way to get custom ceiling tiles. So we can make these clonable just simply by clicking on them and by highlighting them like a nice color like, I don't know, pink. This will help us identify the, hey, that's where you need to click to make this clonable. Now it's time though to make the actual ceiling tile. So this is the type of ceiling tile design I'm going to work with. And so as you guys can see, it just comes in right here. Now, for this next one, I wanted to do something a little bit more clever, which maybe this means I can like kind of spice it up a little bit. So for this next series of tiles, I wanted one of these to have a light on it. So basically how we can do this is if we use a light box, we can then place it like this by making it just a pretty normal color and then readjusting this as so. And then to make this light circular, I can just use these plain arches here, the structure rule, and then I can simply just flip it as so. And as you guys can see, I now have a ceiling tile with a light in it, so that's pretty huge for our build. And I also have a ceiling area with a vent on it, so I think that's cool. As you guys can see, the ceiling turned out pretty cool. I have all kinds of like differences and uniqueness here within the ceiling. I think this is sick. I think this turned out great. All right, so I want to kind of have just like right off your entry here, a nice little bathroom or something. And this is going to kind of distinguish like our main counter space. So right behind the counter here, I want to have just a nice like text here, which just says woodland on it, because obviously, you know, that's the alley we're at. There we go. Look at that. I got my little woodland sign. And then I feel like just to the sides of this, it'd be good to have a TV. So then up front, we use these big pillars again. The good old modern reveal pillars. Yeah, so I'm a pretty big fan of this pillar design here. Now I have to find a way to do our counter. Like, look at this little counter design here. I think I did that pretty well. I gotta admit, I think that's pretty cool. So hopefully you guys agree. I'm just kind of continuing this design on a little bit. And then now I kind of just got to do cubbies really here on the side, because that's obviously, you know, where they have people's shoes at and stuff. So with the cubby shelving, I'm just going to add in the Easy Pay touch cash register. Then maybe I'll add in this like TV, which kind of allows people to turn the lanes on and everything like that. So yeah, all that fun stuff. There we go. I might have to do one more row of tiling, but that's okay. Now I'm going to be working on some cool ceiling design, because they do have this like, I don't know, I guess curved ceiling design that they do. So let me try to find the colors for this. And there we go. I think I did that pretty well. And I also have this little light here that I can just add around. I'm definitely a big fan of how this is turning out though. Alrighty guys, so I've got the gray tiles in here. So as you guys can see, it kind of transitions pretty well, I think, into gray tiling. I'm going to continue this transition on this side over here. And then I actually would like to continue this big pillar design kind of throughout the build. I think I'm going to continue it in kind of spots like this. Look at that. There we go. I like our pillars now. Definitely sets us up pretty well for our lane transition. So right before the approach, there is some ceiling work, simply just by using these stage truss. So I also kind of want my lanes to be a little bit down, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna make this entire section be basement, which I get that looks really weird right now. It's only gonna go down just a tinge. So yeah, that obviously looks weird now, but I will be filling in the rest of this with basic shapes, so do not worry. Goodness me, guys, you guys have no clue how long it's taking me to place all of these ceiling tiles. I'm just going through here kind of like a zigzag, really. I'm getting flashbacks to my stadium, sort of. It's one of those days, guys. So people looking from the outside, they might be like, whoa, why is there a bunch of pink on his roof? These are just for color coding, guys. The yellow is obviously our lights. The blue is our blocks with vents on them. And then the pink is just our regular tiles. So please, don't get too confused watching this. We'll cover it up eventually. Although for now, let's see what this looks like. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, that's clean. Oh, my. Oh, yeah, that's clean. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, okay. Now, I do want a clonable piece, which I'll have to be very specific with my measurements on. But let's say I change one of these right here to like a red. I want like a white semicircle. All right, so basically I'm doing this kind of design here. Sorry if it doesn't necessarily make sense. I'm trying my best here, guys. But either way, that did turn out just how I wanted it. Very clever ceiling design. And so yeah, suddenly I'm really loving this section here. This like alley is turning out so well. Although now I think it's time for the inevitable. Let's start working down here. Alrighty guys, I think it is time to start working on our actual lanes. It's about dang time. So we obviously need to make sure that we have our gutters on the side, which gutters are kind of tough to make in Bloxburg, but I'm pretty sure I can find a way here. Alright, so we have one side here for kind of our bump, and then this other side here is for the ball return. And the good thing is that this lane is fully clonable. So I'm gonna make it go down like this, and then at the back here, we will have our pin setter. Or I guess our pins, I should say. Alright. So as you guys can see here, I kind of have a bit of a pin setter going, which I think looks fantastic. I'm just going to kind of copy this design over to the other side. Alrighty guys, so as you guys can see, got a pretty good looking pin setter, if I do say so myself. Now I'd also like to get the little billboards that they do have. Each pair has like a billboard above it, if that makes sense. Each lane pair, I should say. So basically with these billboards here, I can put decals onto them and stuff like that. But I will save that for another time. Although as you guys can see, as I copy this right here, it keeps the billboard design, leaving the tiny crack that's there in the middle, which is very realistic at bowling alleys. Although guys, this is very expensive. As you guys can see, this is 17,000. Oh my days. I'm not sure what my plot data is, and to be quite frank, I do not want to know. Although I do know the plot value is over $1 million. So that's exciting for your boy. Alright guys, now I think it's also time to get our ball returns. Alright, so to start this off, I guess I can also get rid of this white line. This is going to take a lot of precision, so hopefully I can figure this out. There's a lot of tricky things that I'm going to have to figure out right now. So far the ball return's going okay. I have to get the actual return piece now, which would be... This is kind of tough to do, but hopefully I'll be able to figure it out. I can't imagine that this is any cheaper than anything else I've done in this house. Please subscribe. I'm spending so much cash on this build, it's not even funny. Alrighty guys, I have my ball returns, which they look pretty wacky, but it's Bloxburg, it's all I can really do. So I'm not gonna complain about them. And suddenly guys, this place looks so cool. Like even looking from the road, oh yeah, that looks sick. Now it would be best to get our seating on each lane pair, because obviously, you know, there is seating. And I do think that the best seating to use is the upholstered booth bench. Good thing I can talk totally. So I kind of like this little seating bench right here. I'm very, very worried at what our plot data is. Although for now, I'm just going to finish up the seating. Then I will check the plot data. And so there you go. As you guys can see, we got our booth benches here. Very, very cool. And then at the edge of each of these, there's this like table, which looks like our mid-century triangle end table. If only this table went up higher. Well, problem solved. Cannot believe I'm seriously running out of space down here. Although this is like what's realistic to the actual design, so it's what I'm going with, but I cannot believe that I'm actually running out of space. Either way, that area down there looks pretty good. Now it is time to make our ball holders and counters. Alrighty guys, I'm almost done with my next big money waster. Basically, I think this has turned out pretty cool. I got my ball racks here. Big fan of these. And so yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of this. As you guys can see, it's clonable. It is 13,000, bro. Like, I gotta admit guys, that's a little bit crazy. 13,000 per, like, bro, that's nuts. Goodness me, dude, the wallet is gonna be coming out after this shot. Or after this build, I mean. Yeah, I actually love this field though. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Dude, this looks insane. What the heck? Oh my. Oh shoot, I do have to still add my ceiling TVs for scoring, obviously. Like, bro, with the TVs, this all looks sick. I can obviously add in disco balls for whenever there's cosmic bowling. So that is something I'm gonna add in actually on the ceilings now. And I just know that these lanes are gonna look even better once I'm able to detail down here. Let's see what the plot data is. Do I really want to check? 61%! Oh my gosh! What the heck? Like, guys, this looks so cool. I genuinely can't even believe that I've done this. Alrighty guys, I think this is a good stopping point for tonight. Next time I'm on, I'm gonna have to do the ceiling here. Then we're also gonna have to fill in all of this space over here. So, very exciting stuff. This looks absolutely fantastic though. Alrighty guys, so as you guys can see, I did this little bit of a decal thing here. I got all of my lane numbers, so we have 22 lanes in this alley. I also put in some stuff up here just to cover up our dots on the roof so we don't look like a polka dot factory. Now, I would like to get a ceiling over the lanes themselves. So it has a very unique design, and we're gonna just cover this up with flooring for now. Then obviously we can get to work on some other stuff. Although we're gonna try to just keep this as it is right now. So I want a clonable tiling for each section. So let's say like each lane. So I think these tiles are going to be about this big, which is just fine with me. And then I'm also going to need some lights, so let's try and get clever with this. And so there we go. As you can see, this is kind of the design we're going for. I think it's pretty cool. I also would like some speakers, because I feel like bowling alleys, they definitely have speakers, so I think I can find a way to make a speaker come down from the ceiling. As you can see, guys, like there we go. We have a speaker now. Now I have to replace all my flooring because I'm kind of not so smart. Oops. And now I just get to clone this all the way around. This is so expensive, 3.3k per. Question is my measurements right? Oh, I'm 1 block short. Oh my days. Guys, I'm gonna be wasting like a couple 100,000 just on this ceiling right here. Not to mention the plot data too. Froggy Hops is gonna get so mad at me. He hates when I spam basic shapes, so I sincerely apologize. Maybe click off this video if you haven't already, Froggy Hops. Please. It's for your own good. All right, here is our ceiling. I think I did a pretty good job with that. I can't complain with that at all. I think I actually did a really fantastic job. Now it's time to finish up this wall over here on each side. So there are some cool custom wall designs. Like, yeah, I don't know, something like that. Pretty good, pretty good. It's serviceable. I don't like how dark our lanes are though. All right, guys, so I'm adding in these horizontal lights back here. Basically what this is doing is kind of helping light up the alley some, and it actually looks pretty cool from here. Like, as you can see, I think this looks pretty cool. Doesn't take too much away from the alley, while also making it brighter. I'll see how I feel about it once it's all done, but for now, this looks cool. It's the best way I have of lighting up the alley more, simply due to my limitations here on Bloxburg. Like, yeah, doesn't this look really, really cool? And as you can see, like, the lights above each lane are off, but I can use industrial lights above each of these lanes to represent if the lane is on or not. So let's try and find the right color. Sadly, light kind of goes through, if that makes sense. Like, it kind of seeps through the barriers, so by placing a bunch of institutional white ones, it's probably not going to help me, is it? Oh, wow. Wait, it actually doesn't make it look that bad at all. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'm not entirely sure how to light up each lane more, other than like maybe putting some neon lights just right down the middle here. Like, otherwise I've got no clue. I know plenty of bowling alleys actually have these lights along the lanes, so I don't think it's that unrealistic to have them. And my oh my, guys, this is like one of my best. This is so freaking cool. I mean, this kind of brightens it up a little bit more. There we go, I made my lights a little bit brighter on the ceiling, and what do you know? Suddenly our lanes are brighter. So yeah, I think our lanes are looking great. I think we've done a pretty good job on this build. Now, obviously, we have all of this space back here, which, boy. So right here, I'd like to have our main restaurant. So this would turn into tiling, so I'll have to actually, I don't know why I deleted that floor, I can just repaint it. But this basically turns into this kind of tiling for our restaurant section. Our walls are still the same yellow, so that's A+. And so I think to start things off, I'd like to get a cool custom ceiling lamp. By using the industrial pendant, I can make this look like a ceiling light on this beam here. And then I'm gonna use some tables to kind of section off a walkway for some nice like bar seating basically. Although I'm not entirely sure what to use. All right, like look at that. I think I like that little bar seating right there. Like guys, I'm sort of liking this area here. I'm getting something cooking. This is just an empty back door, I guess, to go into the kitchen. Easy access or something like that, I don't know. And then I guess I'll have a secondary wall right about here, which the secondary wall is kind of what's gonna keep our menus and all that stuff. And I guess right in the middle I should actually have some counters. So I'll pretend that these hanging TVs have menus on them. I don't feel like getting menu decals, but I can just quite simply put those there. And so yeah, I'm kind of liking this counter space. I'm gonna use some more of these lights over here, except we're gonna repaint them red. Like yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I think this is turning out really well. I'm gonna put some cashiers, or cash registers I mean, over here. I can't place cashiers unfortunately. I wish I could, but don't think I can hire them that fast. And then obviously on this counter I can put like quick appliances like drinks and all that fun stuff. So like yeah, fountain drink machine would make sense to go up here. I'm gonna be using so many Bloxburg items, guys. It's not even funny. Alright. So I kind of got a bit of a counter space going on over here. I think this all is turning out really well. But now I have to obviously do the kitchen and behind this. So with these regular appliances, of course. So I think using an ingredient counter is going to be very useful. This is really testing my commercial skills, guys. I'm not the biggest interior builder. You guys all know that. And I'm definitely not a big commercial builder. But today, that is all being put to the test. Bowling alleys have really good food, so I definitely gotta live up to that expectation here. I gotta say, yeah, some of the best food is whenever you go to the bowling alley. You can get some just crazy good food there. And then I can toss in some fridges in the back too. It's like a commercial fridge over here. Like even a commercial oven or two back here works as well. Goodness me, all the money I'm spending, guys. It's just insane. So much cash being spent, but that's fine. It's Bloxburg. I'm a big fan of our appliances though. Obviously, you know, we're gonna need a big fire extinguisher back here in case anything goes wrong. Where's the fire extinguisher at? Wait a second. Did I somehow lose the fire extinguisher, bro? I found the fire extinguisher, guys. We're gonna chuck this in this corner here. And then I also need an emergency exit sign. Just like right up here. There we go. This is pretty good, actually. I think this is really good for a bowling alley restaurant. Then obviously I need room for dining, which I can use the laminate tables, not the laminate. That's an inside joke for me and Float Roblox. I have pronunciation problems, so that was fun. But anyways, I'm gonna be making a decent wall texture here, just to kind of complement this build. Oh shoot, why does my game do that? Oh, I forgot about that. I gotta go out, go back in, then hopefully this should fix. It does, okay, good. Anyways, I think this is a good area for dining. So I have some tables over here, which I think these are cool. I want to try to add in some ceiling lights to kind of just, I don't know, light this place up a little bit more. And then also you can put a big TV on the wall and some other wall decor. And then I'll put in some trash cans over here. We all need trash cans, so yeah, let's chuck these in. Hopefully you guys are really liking this build. I personally am, and I hope you guys are too. Then over here, I'd like to have my sports bar. Gotta have one of these at the bowling alley. This is actually a very common place for a lot of people who bowl to go to. Not me, guys, don't worry, but other people. Just figured I should clarify that. All right, so how in the world am I supposed to make the bar over here? Probably got to use similar counter styled, as in by using this here. Seems like the only way I'm going to be able to make this work. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of that counter design. So I'm going to now do this kind of burnt sienna ceiling design again, just above the bar. Alrighty, guys. There we go, we got those ceiling lights again. So obviously, you know, we need the TVs in here and all that. And then I'll try to add in some counters. Since we don't have any, you know, beverages to put here, I'm gonna put the slush machine and this fridge. We'll just chuck a couple of these fridges down here. That's all I really can do. And then again, I can just have more dining space over here. This area would be more open. All right, like look at all this over here, guys. Got all this dining space. All this free real estate. I don't know. I'm gonna put some storage space over here because I know bowling alleys have like lockers. So I'm just gonna toss some lockers over here in this corner. Maybe professional bowlers that are coming over here for their big tournaments are just gonna be using these lockers to keep their bowling balls in here. All that good stuff. So I'll just add a series of lockers along this wall. And I get that these aren't big enough to hold actual bowling balls, but you guys get the idea. But like, look at all this space we have back here, guys. Like, oh my days. I think I did this great. All right, so the designated space for laser tag, we'll just keep that like in there. So I'll just kind of chuck a door over here and say like, hey, that's where you're gonna go in for laser tag. I'm also gonna add in our lockers though on this side because lockers are a great addition to the bowling alley. Then on this side though, I wanna have all of our games. Don't have pool table, I wanna have arcades over here. All right, so for our arcade, I feel like it'd be good to obviously have some of the Rotris stuff. So there's some Rotris machines. Oh my gosh, I'm so broke. Would it be nice to have a photo booth over here? I don't know. Do kids like photo booths nowadays? I actually haven't really heard of one in quite some time. I can't believe we don't have any more like gaming stuff in the game. Like we don't have any other arcade stuff other than those arcade machines. I guess I just gotta make my own custom pool tables because pool tables are obviously very common at bowling alleys. I'll just have like 5 arcade machines back here. I hate the blue light that they give off though. Oh, it's so ugly. But whatever, I guess I gotta deal with it. So I've sort of got a bit of a base here for the pool table. I just have to get our pockets now, which, oh boy. I'm going all out for this build, dog. All out. All right, there we go, yeah, our pockets. All right, guys, so I've got the colors of my pool table balls, but now I have to like combine them. I have to like make them like really close together now, so this is quite the challenge, if I do say so myself. All right, there we go. Well, there we go. We got 4 nice pool tables. I mean, I do like the gaming side though. Again, our main focus is what's out here, and holy cow. I still think that this place looks fantastic, so I'm already content with that. I want to do the tiny roofing above this section here, or like tiny little entryway, so. Alright guys, I'm just doing our surrounding like roofing now as like a border wall pretty much. Just so that way, you know, our build looks a little bit better. Come on, we are getting so close to being done with this bowling alley. This bowling alley, mind you, that is like 2.4 million. It's just ridiculous how much I've had to spend on this bowling alley. Alright, we are almost done. Come on. And you know what? Just because I'm bored, I'm also going to do our tiling around the rest of the plot here. For a sidewalk. This probably is going to come back and bite me later. But for now, I think I should be okay. Alright, now it's time to also do some landscaping in the front here, because I completely forgot about this. Although by using these bushes here, I think this will create a nice, like, I guess, walkway. I also have to make sure I paint these the right color. And then I obviously need to use these hedge bushes, which, right here, there we go, box hedges. Like, yeah, I think this area turned out pretty nice, pretty nice. Not really much else I want to do. I mean, I think I've done a great job here for this build. I guess we'll say this is our laser tag room. I'm not sure how to really design a laser tag. It's like also kind of a new thing for me. And I don't know, I'm just gonna use these padded walls in here. You can make like blue ones. Did I hit the cube limit? Oh my god, I hit the cube limit. Are you serious? Dude, I just hit the limit on basic shapes. Okay, as long as it still lets me place this one, I should be fine, but I cannot believe I just hit cube limit. As you guys can see, we got like team red versus team blue. Typical laser tag lobby. And yeah, there you go. You can run around in there and go play laser tag. I'll just put a disco ball in the center, I don't know. Oh yeah, disco ball, you have to get that, you have to like shoot it to eliminate points, or to get points, I mean. So yeah, that does make sense. Alrighty though. Guys, we have an entire bowling alley in Bloxburg. What the heck? We have an entire bowling alley, bro. Oh my gosh, let's see our plot value. $2.6 million and 76% plot data. Oh my goodness, let's go on inside, bro. Like, holy cow, you walk in here and everything's like so accurate to scale wise. Like, you come on down here, you can go up to your lane and just, dude, this looks so cool. Oh my gosh, bro. This actually is so dang cool. I'm in love with this build. I think I did a great job with it. And of course, you got our restaurant over here, dining, our bar, some dining, and oh my goodness. This is incredible. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.